and China are hard at work developing the Chengdu J-20 and the Sukhoi T-50 PAK. Of these two machines, the PAK is probably the more serious challenger. Despite the collapse of the Soviet Union, Russia has somehow managed to retain a more or less credible defense industrial base, even if it's just a shadow of its former self. Everything about the PAK suggests that it is similar in concept to the Raptor, being optimized as a fast, high-flying and stealthy air superiority fighter. However, as one might expect, the Russians put more emphasis on certain characteristics and less on others. One good example is stealth. The T-50's design places far less emphasis on all-aspect low observables. Instead, it focuses on frontal aspect stealth, thus it has a so-called Pac-Man signature, whereas the F-22's signature looks more like a spider if one were to look at it from a god's eye view. Stealth is where the F-22 holds a huge advantage over the Russian jet. In terms of sheer kinematics, the T-50 and the F-22 are probably comparable, especially once the PAK receives new engines. The Russian jet's current ISLI-117 engines are decent, but ultimately the plane will need to re-equipped with the developmental ISLI-30 motors to fully exploit the capabilities of its airframe. Both aircraft are capable of cruising faster than the speed of sound. The Raptor is able to maintain a hair over Mach 1.8 without afterburners, while the PAK can probably do at least Mach 1.6 without the blowers engaged. Max operational altitude is 60,000 feet for the F-22 and is probably similar for the T-50. For max speed, the Raptor is redlined at Mach 2.0 because of the limitations of its radar-absorbent materials. I would expect a similar limit for the Sukhoi. While the F-22 might be holding a better hand when it comes to stealth, the Russians have the edge in maneuverability. The T-50 is equipped with three-dimensional thrust vectoring, and all indications seem point to the PAK having an edge in terms of agility. The Russians are also likely to have a helmet-mounted cueing system and high off-bore sight missile integrated on the PAK from day one. Meanwhile, the Raptor will finally have the AIM-9X integrated in 2017, and the Air Force is stumbling toward getting a helmet-mounted cueing system on board the F-22 by 2020. On the plus side, given the state of the Russian economy, the PAK probably won't be operational by then. In terms of avionics, the Raptor probably has the edge in terms of sensor fusion and pilot-vehicle interface. The Russians don't have the best track record for developing user-friendly cockpits. One look at the cockpit of a MiG-29 tells the story. But they are getting better. Overall sensor performance might be comparable. Russians make decent radars and they have excellent electronic warfare systems. All things being equal, if stealth turns out to be everything it's cracked up to be against a peer-level